Indian Trail. This is Mrs. Archer with your daily Wildcat Wire news. Today is Friday, September 25th, 2020. Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We would like to wish a very happy birthday to Owen P., Tristan R., and Haley S., as well as Mrs. Sizewski and Peyton K., who will be celebrating this weekend. The weather today is 82 and mainly sunny. Once you're finished with your work, go take a walk outside and enjoy the sunshine. Since today is Friday, we would like to share some fun facts. A bolt of lightning is 6 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Your nose can remember 50,000 different scents. The most common color for highlighters is yellow because it doesn't leave a shadow on the page when photocopied. And those are your Friday fun facts. Yom Kippur begins at sunset this Sunday and ends at sunset on Monday. This day is called a Day of Atonement and is one of the 2 Jewish high holy holidays. It falls 10 days after Rosh Hashanah, the first high holy day. First of all, I would like to thank each of you for your participation in entertaining me with your submissions for hype songs. So many of you had great songs to share, from Eminem to Carrie Underwood. That truly is the great thing about a hype song. It doesn't really matter what type of style it is, and from rap to country, it's really the sound of the music and the words that can move you. It was really hard to pick a winner, but in the end, I went with a band I had never heard of, and ironically enough, my son, when he heard the first 2 seconds of the song, I know who that is, that's Skillet. I had never heard of them. So I want to thank Tony S. for indeed sending me the perfect hype song. I really want to focus on the words. I'm going to read a few for you so you can kind of get an idea of why I really picked this song. Here we go again. I will not give in. I've got a reason to fight. Every day we choose, we might win or lose. This is the dangerous life. Every day when I wake, they say that I'm gone. They say that they've won. The bell has rung. It's over and done. When we need to be saved, they count me out. But this is my round. You in my corner, look at me now. Shot like a rocket up into the sky. Nothing could stop me now. So Tony, you will be receiving a visit from me today with a prize, along with, in this bucket here, I have all the names of people who submitted a song to me, and I want to thank all of you, like I said. And the winner is Milo Nelson. So I will also be arriving to your house sometime today with a prize for you. So now on to this week's Thoughts from the Bike. Last week's ride, my teacher was talking about legacies. Her family was originally from Cuba, and she migrated here when she was 13. Her mom did. She learned English by watching TV. As a matter of fact, she said she was watching public TV, so like Sesame Street and things like that. She put herself through school and turned her doubt into determination and was able to put the letters MD at the end of her name, meaning she eventually became a doctor. As a first-generation American, in her family, she decided early on she would always honor her family's legacy. She asked us this question: how do we honor the legacy of our heroes? We honor our legacy by living intentionally. This means everything we do it on purpose for those who came before us. She said, my mom's legacy makes me want to step up mine, which is why she eventually became a lawyer herself. It made me start to think about why I'm so driven in my life and who were those people who made me step up mine for my own 2 sons. To answer that question, I immediately thought to my parents. For any of you out there who have teachers, for parents, you're my people. I feel for you. I grew up in a house where I had a mom as a teacher and a dad who was a principal and eventually became a superintendent. So I want you to think about that. All day I spent my day in school, and then I came home to more school. I remember so vividly sitting at the kitchen table doing my homework with my mom, who I thought was a great idea. I'm going to ask her for help. She's a teacher. I'm going to get good grades. And I could hear her yelling at me like she was talking to 30 students in a classroom, not understanding why. I didn't understand direct and indirect objects. So one day I wrote on a Post-it. Well, technically it really wasn't a Post-it. It was like a little cube piece of paper because Post-its weren't invented back then. But I wrote on this paper to my mom, "I will never become a teacher like you." Unbeknownst to me, my mom kept that Post-it. You want to know when she gave it to me? December 17th, 1994. She put it inside my graduation card from college. And you may have guessed, I graduated from college with a teaching degree. So who's laughing last? Your mom's always right, guys. Remember last week when I told you about school being hard? It was really hard for me. I worked so hard every day. Nothing came easily for me, and sometimes my hard work paid off and sometimes it didn't. So here's a fun fact. Mrs. Archer went to college to become a French teacher. I never once taught French, but in order to teach French, I had to pass a test with the state. And if I'm being honest, I didn't pass it the first time or the second. It took me 3 times to pass that test. And I remember one day sitting in my room crying and thinking, I went to college to become a French teacher. If I don't pass this test, I'm never going to become a teacher. What am I going to do? And my dad heard me crying, kind of knocked on my door and came in. And he said, "What's the matter?" And I said, I failed the test again. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I wrote this down because I will never forget what he said to me. "Jennifer, this isn't the end. You're not a quitter. This is not a family of quitters. You will pass that test. So wipe the tears, dry them off, open a book, and start to study. If you need a tutor, we're going to get you a tutor. Tell me that's what you need. But this isn't the end of your story." Both of my parents in their own way have taught me strength, courage, and determination. And it is because of them that I have stepped up my game in life and turned every doubt into determination. Trust me, it isn't always easy, but just because you are struggling doesn't mean you're failing. I can tell you this, Mrs. Archer is 48 years old, and what my parents think of me still matters. I share these segments with them, and having them tell me they are proud of the work that I do with all of you means more to me than anything. So much so that when my mom said to me, "Jennifer, now I've seen these announcements for 2 weeks, and I can tell you that I like it better when your hair is down and not pulled back. It looks better when it's swept across your face." Please note how my hair is done today. It always matters what my mom thinks of me, even at 48 years old. This brings me to my challenge for you this week. I would like you to tell me about your legacy. Who makes you step up your game? What motivates you to be the best version of yourself? Anyone who takes the time to fill out the Google form your teachers are going to share for you in the chat will be entered into a raffle for a prize. PTO has donated a ton of prizes to us, and everything from ITMS swag to candy, all kinds of things. So I'm really excited to start giving those out. So speaking of prizes, I am super excited to introduce my next segment, Mrs. Archer's Wheel of Fun. Each week I will spin the wheel for more prizes. So here we go. There's all different categories. I'm pretty excited. First time I'm doing this. Yo, 6th grade. So basically this means I have a bag right here of every single 6th grader in this building. I'm going to stick my hand in here and see who the winners have. And the winner is Quentin Truesdale. I will be at your house today with a prize for you for the Mrs. Archer's Wheel of Fun. So again, your teachers have posted a Google form for you to enter in this week's raffle, so please take the time to do that and write to me. I really miss all of you, especially the 6th graders. This is a great way for me to get to know you. Coming up next week, your teachers have started to submit Student of the Month nominations, so I will be announcing those winners along with more thoughts on the bike and another exciting spin from Mrs. Archer's Wheel of Fun. Today is midterm for our first quarter. This means that this is the halfway point until the end of first quarter. We want you to check your home access center to see where your current grades are. If you have any assignments not handed in or labeled as NHI, please be sure to turn those in prior to the end of first quarter. The first quarter ends at the end of October, and you will be receiving a letter grade for each of your current classes. So for our 7th and 8th graders, that's different from last year. And NHI is basically like a 0, so don't think that it's kind of excusing you. So make sure you get those done. Also remember to shut down your laptop tonight and leave it on the charger so it can receive all the updates over the weekend. That about wraps it up for us here today. Remember that today is an A day, and be sure that you attend your A Day Encore classes. Thank you again for watching, and remember to start each day with a positive attitude, face new challenges, and always remember, together we rise above. Have a great day, Wildcats, and an even better weekend. Bye-bye.